Hey, what's up? This is Shani from Shani Okidoki Ministries. This is a video that I forgot to say, but I wanted to share this with those who are going. This may be for one person, this may be for everybody, but you have to, one thing I want to let the body of Christ know, that the trials and the tribulations, the issues that you go on with in your life, right, is better yet an embodiment of what God is trying to take you through. So here's the thing. We sit here and say, oh no, we can't go through this. Oh no, I just can't take it anymore. Oh no, this is just no. But you have to understand that when we have our burden to cross, when we give ourselves to Christ, we have to understand and genuinely what he went through. Okay? What did Jesus go through? If you go back in the time and you see what all the things that he has went through, there's nothing that we go through right now in our life right now that we can honestly say that was worse than what he did. So the thing is, when you're walking in Christ-like image, you're going to go through Christ-like stuff. So with that being said, some things is going to be given to you as a test, not more or less like a trial, but God has to know that where he want to take you, can you handle what you got right now on your plate before he elevates you for something more, right? He has to make a mental note to himself that, hey, can my child of God withstand the wiles of the devil right now before I take her or him to this next elevation that I want them to go to? They have to mastermind this right here before you can go up the ladder and do something else. So when you see yourself and you thinking like, man, why is everybody going through some glorious events than me? Why is people going through and getting all these blessings rather than me? Lord, what am I doing that obviously I must be doing something wrong? But you might be doing something wrong. So here's a note that I wanted to share. Like, for example, a lot of us, let's be honest, we don't know how to humble ourselves. We don't know how to put away our pride and put that on the back shelf somewhere and let it be in our subconscious somewhere, never to be dug up again. So here's the thing, and this is for anybody and everyone. So when you be like, man, I want this car, I want this house, these are the things that you're praying for, right? You want to pray for this house. So let me give you an example. You want to pray for this house, right? You want to pray for this 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, blah, blah, blah. This is what you have been praying for. You've been tithing. You've been doing everything you're supposed to do as a servant of the Lord. However, you got somebody next door to you, or somebody who is working with you, or somebody who's in church with you, who you know good and darn gone well that Christ is not in them. However you want to sum it up, you know in your mentality that person who is receiving these blessings, the matter of fact, they are receiving the same thing that you have prayed for, and you wondering like, God, why am I not getting this? But yet Sally Sue or Peter Pan over here is getting this over here, and I know good and darn gone well they sinning every day. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay no tithes, they don't do nothing, but yet they getting all this and they getting all that. All right. Now, have you so I'm going somewhere with this. So has someone ever came to you and you prayed for something? They may not know what you prayed for, but you prayed for this specific thing, and your next door neighbor, your church member, your co-worker come to you, and that person may get on your everlasting nerves, but yet you still gotta love them with kindness and all your heart, and they come to you be like, girl, guess what? And you be like, what happened? And maybe like, girl, God done blessed me with a whole Denali. Oh yes, I went into the dealership and this is what happened. Okay. Or Peter Pan may come in and say, hey Bob, guess what? And Bob be like, well, what's going on? And Bob be like, man, you ain't knowing what happened to me today. And he be like, what? And he be like, man, God has blessed me with this Lexus. I've been praying for this Lexus and I got it. I finally got it. But yet, what is your response to those things, right? What is your initial response? And your face could be like, hey, okay, God be the glory. But your inside is full of rage. Your inside is full of anger. Your inside is full of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, God, why he got this and I didn't? And I've been praying and I know I've been doing everything under the sun, under the fellowship of the Lord. But yet this person over here he has not done not one single iota of a thing for you, Lord. Why? But it's the fact that how you greeted that person when they shared with you their praise or whatever it is that they had on their lips. When they shared with you their success and whatever it is that they had wanted to share. Regardless if you like them or not. You still got to greet them with joyous minds. You still got to greet them with joyous hearts. Because maybe some reason why you don't have that Denali that you want is because the person who is getting the blessings, who you might really don't care for, that, you know what I'm saying, we got those people, we don't really care for them, but you know, it is what it is. But they come to you all excited and be like, oh yeah, and you be like, but you know, you perpetrating the glory, you're perpetrating the happiness, you're lying about the happiness, because your outside looking all yes, but your inside is like, oh my God. So therefore you have to understand that God looks at the inside, not the outside. If your outside looking ugly, but your, you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry, let me take it back, your outside looking nice and tight, nice and right, but your inside is purity, nothing, then you're not gonna get and reap the blessings that you call yourself wanting to get until you fix it. You know what I'm saying? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. So until you learn how to be able to put anything, any issues that you may have, any jealousy that you may have within your spirit about something, you may not even, you probably, you know what I'm saying, don't have any hatred or whatever for this person, right? You probably genuinely like this person. You may not kick it with them, but you know, you do not hate them, right? However, but the fact is that you've been praying for this one thing for so long, and you wondering why you haven't gotten it, but yet people who are getting the same blessings that you've been praying about secretly, and you be like, well, why they got it and I don't? It's your delivery. Not just your delivery on your face, but your delivery from the inside. God works from the inside and pushes out. So therefore, if your delivery on the inside stink, honey, God is not going to bless that stink. God is going to wait and sit back until you get whatever that's on the inside clean and purified and cleansed, until you can act right, until you can speak right, until you can be genuinely say, you know what, you good girl, you got that car, okay, and really mean it with the satisfaction of a smile and purity in your heart. Okay, so that's really what it is. When you find yourself in a moment where you wondering why I don't have this, why I don't have that, but I've been tithing every month, I've been worshiping every time, I've been doing all. Don't come to God about things you should already be doing anyway. Hello? He don't want to hear that. Don't come to the Father saying what you do when you do it, you're supposed to do it anyway. So now it looks like, oh, because I don't give you what you want, this what you're doing for me under the Lord's eyes is supposed to be something of a, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the exact word, but as if you don't gotta do it. You just doing it because, no. So if you're tithing and you're doing the work of the Lord, you're ministering, you're doing all the good stuff that you are supposed to do, that you are mandated to do, to give the gospel of the spoken word to the people out there in our community, in our country, globally. You're doing something that you're supposed to do. Okay, where you going at? Okay, take your child, for example, if you have one, right? You know how a child be like, I supposed to get paid my allowance for washing the dishes this week, and for whatever reason, maybe you didn't have the money to give them their allowance this week, you know what I'm saying? And they get upset, and they be like, I supposed to get my allowance this week, but I don't have it, and I've been doing my chores faithfully every day, right? You as a parent, it's gonna be like, well, honestly, this is what you're supposed to be doing anyway. Hello? When do we get to a point where we sit up here and be like, okay, because you didn't get what you want, now you want to complain about what you do for the Lord? That's the attitude that he dislikes. That's the attitude he's waiting for you to get rid of. So when you get rid of that attitude and learn how to do what you do and walk regardless of what is given to you or not, then he will listen and hear from you, and give his child what he wants, what they want. But if you do not do that, you're going to still be waiting until you get all this cleansed up on the inside. Because we all know you all can look good and pretty and tight and handsome and all that great on the outside, but that doesn't mean nothing to our Father. So I just wanted to share this with you in case if anybody is thinking about why, and they figure why I'm being stagnant, why is my blessings being stalled? It could be several reasons, but you got to ask why. Get into it. Ask God why. Why is my blessings being stalled? I see everyone else around me getting exactly what I've been praying for, and I know the dirtiness they do. Not like we're supposed to judge, but we come on now. Let's keep it real. We know if a person is doing X, Y, and Z, but yet you are doing this, that, and third. You are doing what you're supposed to do in the eyes of the Lord, but the person next to you is not doing what they're supposed to be doing in the eyes of the Lord. But they are getting everything exactly what you've been praying for, and then some, and you're trying to figure out why. And the first thing you want to say, well, why, Lord? I've been doing this, I've been doing that. None of that should come out your mouth. And that's why I use the example as if you have a child who's doing their chores all through the week or all through the month, and it's time to get their dinero, it's time for them to get paid their allowance, and maybe something happens, you're not able to pay them, and they want to give you an attitude because they didn't get paid, and they be like, well, I've been doing this faithfully, and I should get something, and your parental instincts is like, well, you should be lucky you got that or anything, because this is what you're supposed to be doing anyway. So same thing. You can't get mad at the Father and want to throw indirect complaints and think and pass it off as you're venting, when really inside you're really complaining because you didn't get your blessings that you feel like you should have, but yet you never thought about how your delivery be. See, when you sit up there and someone comes to you about something that's successful, whether they going to school, whether they graduated, it could be anything, and you sitting up there looking like your face looking like it's happy, but the inside is really reeking on the inside like okay, you know what I'm saying? And you wonder why you are not getting your fruits of your labor that God has intended for you to have. You got to check yourself first. Check your insides before you look on the outside. So I just wanted to share that. I didn't want to take too long because, again, Facebook takes forever to post. So by the time you get this, it might be the next day. I don't know. But I hope this helps somebody. And if, hopefully you do. Toodaloo. God bless you all. Bye.